Hi and welcome. In this video, I will show you how you can find learning resources inside MuchSkills in many different places. I will also show how you can add additional resources to the library, and I will show some nice reports indicating on what type of things that the entire population, meaning all employees, are looking to upskill. So let's get started. The most important place where you find learning resources are under My Growth, and here you have something called the Learning Library. The Learning Library will have two types of resources. It will be the resources added by the organization, so this could be colleagues, HR, Learning Development Department, or it could be from the MuchSkills community. The MuchSkills community have so far added about 400 different resources, and 300 of them are free. So I hope you will find that very exciting and that you find what you're looking for. Now, in this page, you can see all the different resources just listed. Based on what skills you added, we do always showcase some resources up in the top. If you want to find a specific resource, there are many ways to do it, but most important is filters, so have a look here. In the top right, you can click filter and you can say, well, I want to kind of have something that is more intermediate and expert. You can also say if the resource should be free or paid. So I can say free, and then you will see that it is redistributed. And you can also search, so now I made my filters. I can search for example, Agile. So Agile, and here is all the resources for Agile, like our Agile Resource Center, Aspiring for Experts, Leadership Principles from University of Maryland, and so on. Many different resources on how I can upskill for Agile. There are some additional filter here. If you want to, you can see and sort if you only want to see things coming from the organization when it comes to these resources. So this is how you do it. Simple, easy. Now I want to show you how these resources could be automatically filtered depending on your specific need and what you want to do. If you go to My Growth, for example, and gap analysis, this is an amazing view. Here the organization added all type of roles, competence areas, departments, whatever it may be. It will be unique for your organization. And this report is unique for you. It will simply list all the roles that is a good fit to you depending on what skills you added. It is kind of showcasing what could be really good for you. So let's have a look. Here you can see I could be an energy engineer, I could do leadership, I could be a team leader, and I could be a project manager. Now I want to give you one tip before I continue. What is really smart is that the blue here indicates if you have the skill and red indicates if you don't have the skill. If you have some reason missed to add a skill that is red, no problem. Tap on it and you can simply click what skill level you have and save it, and it will be added to your list of skills. Also, if you discover that something is not correct, you're like, well, time has passed. I'm actually really good at stress tolerance and flexibility. I do my meditation, no problem. Here you can go and modify the skill level if you want to. And you can even modify negatively, meaning maybe you use some software or some other thing like Python. Maybe you did use it back in the day, but you haven't used it for a while. Click Python, or you could then modify, for example, the skill and skill level if you want to, and in a negative way. So this is how you can quickly update this, and when you've done that, you can click on courses. As you can see, there's actually a little course button for each and every role or competence area. It's because when I click courses, the system will automatically filter for you and only show courses and classes that are relevant to that specific role. So here you can see all the courses and classes that is relevant to be a project manager. And if you look here to the right, you can see all the different courses that comes first from the organization. These are the most important courses. And then as you scroll down, you will see all the courses and material from the community. And totally there are a lot. There's actually over 100 and, what do we have here actually? We do have 117 different resources that could be good for you, for example. So a great way for you to find good resources that have really high grades, that are amazing, relevant to you and your specific role. But there are more. So these are the courses and classes, and you can see your role. And this is your personal skill gap. It helps you kind of think about, okay, this is great. What could I grow? What could I develop? What could I be better at to become even better project manager? Maybe even find a role that you would like to have, like a team leader. And you can look at your personal skill gap and think about What could I improve? Once you've done that, you can go up to My Growth and you can click on Goals. Now, goals are very important. It is a way for you to plan your personal development. It is your personal development plan. And here you can see ongoing. These are all the goals that I already set. I also got some shares from colleagues. I got some shares from my manager. Really, really nice. But I want to show you how a goal can look like very quickly. So this is Agile methodology. And when I add a goal, it's kind of like my plan for how I can become better. I'm currently intermediate, but I would love to become an expert. I can see all my colleagues and them upskilling. I can see all the experts over the organization. And together with my manager, we have discussed back and forward, what is the best way for me to become amazing at Agile methodology? Well, we decided I'm going to take a course and I'm going to work with some experts. So I do two things actually, a course and experts. So that's perfect. And I can see the experts here, and of course, I would reach out to them and I will ask like, hey, is there anybody who can help me? I would love to upskill. I would like to become better. I would like to become an expert. And Noel here, he's agreed. He's like, you know what? I would love to coach and mentor you and help you. Perfect. So I added Noel as my goal buddy so he can see how things are going. I added when I started. I have an end date. I have all this information here. So this is how I set a goal, a plan for how I can become better. Once you set a goal, for each and every goal, there would be a little button, the course button. So once again, I can click here and I will see any learning material that is related to this specific skill. So here you can see the learning and development resources for this skill. Everything from some certifications I can do to become Google Product Management to, for example, Agile for Aspiring Experts. Sounds perfect for me. And I can just tap on this and I will come to the course material there. There is also an additional course button up here. So if I want to, I can see all the courses and classes that are relevant for all my goals in one single summary. Beautiful. So here you can see all the different material and how it looks like. These courses and classes are also in several other places. For example, if I would click here and I would search for a skill, like JavaScript, for example, I can tap on this skill, and here you would then actually be able to see JavaScript. You can see here the descriptors, you can see the suggested resources. These are the different upskilling I can do, and you click view all and you get a summary of all the skills that are related to a very, very specific type of resources that are related to a very specific skill. So it's all here. If you have some reason have missed to add JavaScript, you can also tap here and you can add JavaScript as a skill if you want to. So here I can quickly add JavaScript and I can see my colleagues. But let's go back here. This was one way. Another way, you can go to analysis. Analysis is more like deeper reports about the different roles or whatever it may be. So also here I can tap on Product Manager. Also here I will be able to see a list of skills, but it's more advanced. Here I will see lists of all the different skills we have. I will see distribution, and I can scroll down and I will see myself always here, and I can see my personal skill gap, and I can see the related learning material next here. So it's like a little bit better view, but that's also a place where I can see this. So these are the most important places where you can see the learning material. Now I want to show you how can you add learning material. Go to My Growth and Learning Library. And there is a button in the top right here that says Add a Course. So you can tap Add a Course, and this could be anything. All you need is some type of URL. This could be YouTube, Udemy for Business, Skillshare, Coursera. I mean, there are really no limit. It could even be some internal resources you have or some internal videos. But my colleagues have asked me if I could add some course about Python. We don't have any specific budget at the moment for courses. So what I did, I went to Udemy and I searched for free courses about Python. And I found this gentleman here, Joseph Call, that have added several nice courses for free. I clicked on one of these, and this is the free Python tutorial part 1. And amazing grades, a lot of students, and you can enroll for free. All you have to do is tap up here and you copy this URL, go back to the learning library, and I can paste the URL here. The moment you do that, there comes this button called Get Page Details, and you tap on that button, you click on that button, and it will automatically reach out to Udemy and say, hey, can you please give me your information? And it will automatically add a picture. It will automatically add a headline, a descriptor. Everything is here. So easy to add a course. Now you can go down here and you can also add course levels. So this is for beginners. Access type is free. If you want to, you can add some internal notes and things like that. You can also then connect it to one or several skills. If you don't do this step, the course will be there and searchable, but will not be displayed in all the different places where the skill is. So to be able to make it displayed, you need to add skills. So this is a very important step. So I go in here and I can just start to type Python, for example. And here's Python. I click OK. And now it is added here. So here's Python. And very important, you could actually add it to many different things. You can add it to certifications. You can also add it to validated competencies and badges. And you can have multiple ones. It could be Python, but let's have a look here. Free Python, mastering core element Python, PEP standards, gain, okay. So this could be coding something else. So problem solving, he's talking about develop debugging and problem solving skills. So we can go back to the learning library and we could add a skill such as problem solving. So I add that skill. So now this course is connected to 2 skills and 1 validated competence. So 2 skills, Python and problem solving, and validated skill, Python. If you want to, you could, of course, add some kind of certificate, taking a little bit chance here and hoping there is a certificate with Python. So here's like data analysis Python. Maybe you want people to take this course to be able to prepare for their certificate. So I could add the certificate as well. And once you're done, you just click save. This will now be added. Any role, any competence area where Python is, this course will be added as well. And here's my beautiful course. It's connected to a certificate and it's connected to multiple skills, and all is listed here. So it's so easy to add skills. Add courses. And adding courses is available for all employees. If you are a manager and you would like to limit it to only certain people, you can change that in settings. Now I want to show you just one more thing. If you happen to be in L&D or if you're in HR, this is the time that it's extra important to look at what I'm going to show now, because it's going to be about reports and what everybody wants to learn. So we talked about the goals, and I added some goals here, and this is amazing. But if you go to Team Org and Reports, we can see all the goals that the entire organization have. So I'm going to click here, down here, ongoing. So these are all the goals that the entire organization have. And it's brilliant. It's a good way for us to go in and kind of make sure, like, do we have the learning resources that are required for these goals? Agile, leadership, confidence, and so on. It's a great way to kind of double check, just make sure we have what is needed. I can also see all the people upskilling. Do we need to help? Do we need to arrange some things? I mean, great reports that you can dig deeper into. But this was very briefly. Just want to show you that this exists, and what goals people add is very important because we can see what we need to do and how we can help. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day and good luck.